What is going on, everybody? This is Raj from Eastside Rage. So yeah, I checked out some of the state of play. I gotta admit, I'm impressed. Normally I don't give a fuck about it, and I think it's normally a waste of time. But I was wrong. They made a fool out of me. So yeah, like I would say, what caught my interest was Resident Evil 9, Resident Evil Requiem. They gotten a bit more details with it. I can't wait for it to come out at the end of this month. There's a God of War trilogy remake I'm looking forward to. They better not fuck that up. Don't censor that. I love those games. Been a high in the man. There was also a remaster for Metal Gear Solid. For finally they're putting that on PS5. It makes no sense why that's still on PS3. I can't wait. I'm gonna definitely stream that. There's also this 2D God of War. I might check that out. I'm not sure. A John Wick game, way overdue. Pragmata, I'm not sold on it totally. And there's I think Kenna. I forgot the part 2. There's a part 2 to Kenna. It seems a lot darker. Didn't really like the first one. It just seemed so cute and adorable, but that was really it. Well, if you're still with me, this isn't about Sony State of Play. No, this is more so about Silenthilltownfall, or well, basically how the internet is reacting to it. Well, let me just give my quick opinion on it. I really wish it wasn't first person, honestly. I would prefer third person, but it's whatever. Also, it is another Silent Hill game that's taking place out of Silent Hill. I get it. It happens, but I was preferring for it to be in Silent Hill. But, this is a spinoff. I hear it's taking place in a million. You play as this guy who's called Simon that's trying to set things right. What I remember, bro. I'm not totally sold on the game. I'm mixed. Like I said, everything, it does look good, sort of. But I'm away for more information. However, like I said, it's the internet. Like, people, everywhere, that are talking about this game have a problem with it. Mostly not because it's taking place out of Silent Hill, not because it's first person. No, not because none of that. It's because he is a black man. Like, bro, seriously, we are in 2026 and we are still having problems with this, bro. I'm gonna just give you, a few colorful comments I've seen on Twitter. So yeah, as you can see, I'm here. I just pulled up my Twitter page. I shared a few things or whatever, and look, you could see a bunch of people complaining. Some guy saying it's perfectly fine if black people don't want to play as white characters, but it's time for it to work both ways. I've never met, including myself, because you guys probably figured out that I'm a black man, obviously, but I've never fucking heard of some black person have a problem playing as white fucking characters. That is just a weird take. Somebody's comparing Simon to James. They're saying, how do you go from James Sunderland to a random hipster African-American, African-American in an American town? What? First off, Simon is an American. That's one. He's not African, probably African-American, but he's not African. Secondly, Amelia, which is the place that is, I think that's what it's called. It takes place in Scotland, so he's an American in Scotland. That is fucking weird, bro. That just shows you don't know anything. Well, this one I do agree with. People need to change the aesthetic up. Yeah, not all characters look like this, but people go for the nerdy, hipster-like fucking look. I get it. Simon, they should have changed up his look. He looks a little out of the ordinary. I figured he'd look a little tougher for a black character, if anything. And people are comparing him to George Floyd, making jokes saying I can't breathe and everything. I have a sense of humor, but it's overplayed, bro. Jesus Christ. And this guy's saying Silent Hill's fans faces the greatest horror the series has to offer, playing as a black guy. Being you for real. Seriously, somebody says saying there's a KFC thing, a bunch of AI shit. They're comparing them to you, Sasuke, and shit like that. There's a bunch of shit, and this guy, he's saying a Scottish black guy. I don't know. He is not a Scottish black guy. He is a fucking black guy a black guy that's in a from America in Silent Hill, bro. Like, did you guys not read the trailer? He has see the trailer. He has an American accent for a reason. That is a few of the colorful responses that I fucking seen, bro, on the internet, even on Facebook. People are just losing their damn minds over a black protagonist. Like, let me just be for real, bro. Like, we've had a bunch of protagonists that are black or whatever in video games throughout history, but Silent Hill is where you draw the line, bro. Like, people are saying there shouldn't be a black person in Silent Hill. There's never is. There are black characters in Silent Hill. They just weren't main characters, bro. This fucking game, always, gives different perspectives on people, but you somehow think black people can't be in it. And you're saying also, we already cleared up that he's not Scottish, but they're saying a black American man shouldn't be, a black man shouldn't be walking around Scotland or whatever because there's little to none. So what if there's little to none? They're still there. There's still fucking black Scottish people that reside in Scotland. Your whole fucking, like, I think it's just these people's whole world idea of every corner of the world. Although Scotland is a predominantly white country, is, their whole fucking world is like their backwater town, little suburbs or whatever, where nothing but white people exist. Not that there's a bad thing, because, I know a lot of white people that are cool. I know a lot of, white people that are cool, white people that are bad, black people that are cool, black people that are bad. I'm not a racist, but at some point it has to stop. Where we went wrong. It's like, ever since 2020, both sides of the political spectrum has been losing their minds. It doesn't stop with just, the far left. Well, this is my left, if anything. Doesn't start with the far left. It also starts with also the right too. There's always these, I guess, these like fucking snowflakes, bro, that get pissed off of everything, make something out of nothing just because you don't like one small thing about a fucking game, bro. Like, people or movie or something, like, and you just say it's DEI and everything. Even with going back to Silent Hill 2 remake, we're trying to say that, oh, Angela's trans, what's her name, Maria might be trans, this, that, and the third, pushing a narrative, and they continue to this day pushing that narrative, despite, the game showing that Silent Hill F, they're trying to say it's a feminist-like game when it's puts you in the shoes of a teenage girl who has abusive parents, and women get no fucking respect back then, which was realistic, and now you have a black guy in it, and it's a problem, and people are saying it's because it's a black guy in Scotland. No, even if it was a black guy in America in Silent Hill, you guys still would have something to fucking say. Like, stop denying it. It's the truth here, bro. It's the truth. Like, this is just because, people who are having a problem with him being in that game are racist, bro. And I'm not trying to say, and I get that, like I said before, people do have their other problems with the games like I do. I don't really like it being first person and other things like that. I'm not completely sold on it or whatever. I'm still mixed with it. But bro, just like, wait for more information on it, or let the game come out, check it out, give it a chance. What if he is a good written character? To me, he does look like a fucking hipster. They should have gave him a better fucking design, bro. He shouldn't look like that. But reality, all niggas ain't from the fucking hood, though. So I get that. But anyway, I set my PC side out, bro.